So what is important is to know how these if conditions are written. So how basically they are written is that we have the if, then parentheses within which we write the condition. Like here, I say that if the number is greater or equal 90, then I put the brackets to have the conditions. One bracket is here, and another one is here. If I'm going to check another if condition, this time we say else if. Then within the parentheses, we mention number is lower than 90, for example, and then we have the brackets, and then we see out the result. So in this situation, it is not efficient to have else. Why? The reason is that then a number is either greater or equal to 90 or lower than 90. So there is nothing that these two void conditions cannot meet. So this is why the else condition is not considered in this example. So if we want to run this code, it would be something like this. So we get the input from the user and we compile. Okay. Now that it is compiling, okay, it asks to enter one integer. I would say 94. So the result is your score is A. Let's run again. If I run again, this time I would type 75 and it says your score is not A. So if we test this code multiple times, either of these two statements will be printed. Like if I say 115, your score is A. So there is no condition that checks if the number is at the same time larger and smaller than certain value, so it pushes the number within a range. And also because, as I mentioned earlier, these two conditions are vastly considering everything that integer number can has there, so no else condition is required for this example. In other videos, in the continuing of this section, we are going to discuss some more coding exercises that help you to understand these concepts easily and grasp the meaning behind it. So you can you can put your hands on the keyboard and start coding to, little by little, by trial and error and following some instructions, you can get the meaning behind these if conditions. Stay tuned.